you told me over 86% of you told me that you want those 2001 and 2003 era tax cuts to stay in place. You don't want to see tax increases on the American people. It'll be bad for our economy, and I agree with you, and we're going to work hard to make sure that that happens. Hey, we've got time for one final question. We've about exhausted our time for this evening. Let's go talk to Jason in Boardman. Hi, Jason. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. My question for you is about the stream buffer rules that are trying to be put in place. And I understand that you're one of the most vocal people against them, and I want to understand why.
You bet. Here's what happened with the stream buffer zone rule, Jason. In the previous administration, we've been doing coal mining operations around streams for over 30 years. And the previous administration took a 5-year period to document and codify in the American law a rule called the stream buffer zone rule that basically outlined how we protect our streams around coal mining operations. This administration, even before it came into office, and we now know that because we've got written documentation that tells us so, made it very clear that they were going to use this rule as one of their methods to shut down the coal industry. As soon as President Obama came into office, they began to rewrite the stream buffer zone rule. They hired a consultant to do all of the analysis, and that consultant very quickly determined, based on the guidelines that they were given by the Obama administration, that the proposed rewrite of that rule with the new guidelines that the administration was planning to issue, that it would cost approximately 27,000 direct and indirect coal-related jobs, and that it would shut down production by as much as 50% in our ability to harvest coal, and it will essentially shut down underground coal mining in America. It would make it cost prohibitive to underground mine our nation's vast resources of coal. Now, what I have a problem with is not a stream buffer zone rule that protects America's streams. What I have a problem with is the expediency and the irresponsible way that the administration went about rewriting something that took 5 years to do in the first place. The administration before had thousands and thousands of pages of industry analysis and testimony, public opinion. Lots of people were involved. It was totally transparent, and everybody bought into the process. The Obama administration, when they started rewriting that rule, when they didn't like the numbers of jobs that were going to be killed, and they didn't want that made public, guess what they did? They fired that contractor, and they paid that contractor in full, even though they never got completed with the job that they paid millions of taxpayer dollars to get. So I have introduced legislation called H.R. 3409 that prevents the administration from being able to implement the stream buffer zone rule rewrite. Because if it goes into effect, it's going to have disastrous effects on the coal industry. You've heard some of the other callers talking about it just a few minutes ago. We've already got skyrocketing energy prices. We've had the last figure I heard was some 9 coal-fired power plants across 6 states, and there may even be more than that have shut down now because of the administration's attack on the coal industry. And there are going to be more. I know coal mine companies that are telling me that they're having contracts canceled right and left. So, look, we've got enough coal in America to fuel America's energy needs for generations to come. Coal is the is the most cost-effective, most reliable form of energy on the planet. We've seen that. That's what America's economy has been built off of. Today, coal provides 40% of America's energy. In Ohio alone, it provides 87% of our energy and thousands of jobs to hardworking Ohioans all up and down the Ohio River. If the administration goes forward with that stream buffer zone rule, it's going to cost thousands of jobs. It's going to cause skyrocketing energy prices, and it's going to cause the virtual shutdown of underground coal mining in America. So it's not a good thing, and I'm going to continue to fight against it, and I appreciate you asking that question. Hey, I want to tell you how much of a pleasure it's been to be with you this evening. Thanks for signing on. For those of you that have joined the call for the first time, I really appreciate you being here. I think we had a great discussion, and I appreciate all the questions. If you remember one thing from today's call, I want you to remember this. I am firmly committed to repealing President Obama's takeover of health care and replacing it with common sense, private sector centered solutions that create jobs, that lower our health care costs, and that get our economy moving again. Now, if you didn't get a chance to ask your question and you want to leave us a voicemail with your question, have a chance to do that at the end of the call. And you can also email us through the website. You can find me at billjohnson.house.gov, or you can give my office a call toll-free at 1-855-376-0868. If you're having trouble with a federal agency, we might be able to help you. So please make sure you give us a call. Folks, I want to thank you for another great discussion. Thanks for listening. Thanks for participating. Have a great evening, and we'll talk to you soon. God bless.